So on behalf of AStepFWD and UK Christian Charts, welcome to London.
We did it.
Thank
We
you
made it.
so
Luke,
much.
Luke is
Yeah.
fresh off the plane.
I think I got off the plane like 4 hours ago,
Yeah.
so here we are. So if I looked particularly well rested, I thank British Airways.
And you managed to sleep.
I mean, sleeping on an upright, chair is a unique experience. I did have the person next to me say, "Oh, you're actually gifted at this." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You actually can sleep on a plane." So I guess it meant I did sleep, snoring or not. I don't know.
You never quite know if you do on a plane.
Yeah,
though.
you
You're
just
like,
it's
did
just
I
vague.
actually?
I dreamt a little bit, so.
So now you've got another gift to add to the roster. And of course, we're here for the premiere of Unsung Hero.
Yeah.
So tell us about the film.
Yeah.
Well, it's the definition of a passion project for both Luke and me, and very close to home, literally and figuratively, because it's ultimately our parents' story of losing everything and sort of living the life of faith in moving from Australia to the United States. We were very young at the time that we moved, but we've told the story as a band as sort of a pay-it-forward child advocacy moment in the show. And so many folks have come and said, you should write a book about this. And our joke is that we were homeschooled, so we don't read and write very well. So we'll give you one better, we'll make a movie. And we spent about the last 4 years in development and ultimately finding ourselves in this sort of crazy culmination moment of not only releasing it in the United States and it being the #2 movie in America that weekend, not only releasing it just a pair of weeks ago in Australia, but now culminating in the UK and the Ireland cinema release. It's pretty astounding. Luke produced it and I co-directed the film, and I play our dad in the film. So it's, like I said, quite a personal project.
Very close to home and heart. Definitely, definitely. So we're really excited to see it. What is like the key message to the audiences? Why should people come and see the film?
Well, I think that's we live in a day and age where I don't think family is quite valued the way that it should. Yet I think it's one of the things that has generational consequences and legacy. And so I hope that people come and see it, and I hope that once they leave, I hope fathers say, "Wow, I want to be a better father." I hope that mothers come and see it and they recognize, they feel seen, and they see that maybe some of the invisible work that they do that is changing the trajectory of these kids' lives. I hope that sons and daughters come and watch it and they realize that there's no reason why they can't dream big dreams. And that you're never too young to dream a dream. And with the right belief and the passion for something, you never know where some of these things where these things could go. And so my hope is that people leave and recognize that family's worth fighting for, that it's that potent, that it matters in people's lives.
Well, that's incredibly inspiring and positive a message. So, I'm definitely praying that you get a tremendous welcome here in the UK. It looks like you have done already. I was looking at the socials from Australia and places where it looks like you really smashed it. So how was the transition from music into film?
It's a good question. Look, ever since we were kids, we'd always do, bad spin-offs of Indiana Jones films as short films in the backyard, and Luke would always get killed off first because he couldn't remember his lines. So he became a producer, evidently. But and even music was always tied to visuals for us. Our live show, our music videos have always been very theatrical. So the bridge wasn't as long as one might think for us, and we got to sort of try our hand at a feature film with our brother Ben called Priceless in 2016, which was sort of raising awareness for human trafficking relief. But this is our first real foray as Luke producing and me as co-directing and acting, and sort of taking it from inception to production, post-production, marketing, and then releasing it around the world. And it feels like a real culmination moment of everything we learned as kids, everything we've learned as musicians, music videos, on stage, and then, pairing that all with storytelling is really cool. And our hope is, and we're pretty confident at this point, that it won't be the last time that we step into the film industry.
So as AStepFWD, we work with 650 plus Christian music artists and creatives in the UK.
Yeah.
Is there a message you'd like to give to them especially?
Well, I think that people that are working in the arts need to never forget the power of the work that they do. You know, I've often heard that it's said that for an artist in music, it's a poet's job to articulate what another cannot. And there's something about music and films that when they're talking about real topics, the people that are watching these things feel less lonely because they see the music and they go, someone else is out there just like me. Or someone else has walked through a very similar story as me, and look how look how it's turned out. Sometimes we're just desperately looking for a little hope, a little bit of feeling like that we matter. Ironically enough, I think that that shows up the most in art, because I think there's something about a song that can bypass the head, go to the heart. There's something about when you see visuals on a movie that inspire you, that change you, that affect you. And so I think that to those artists, I would say that make sure you realize that it's a God-given talent and gift to be able to do those things. And probably what I would say is don't waste it,
Thank you.
Thank
you,
you.
Samantha.
Appreciate it.